Hey guys, my name is Josh from the Dad Challenge Podcast, and today I'm going to show you how you can soundproof your podcast studio for less than $100. So your space will go from sounding like this to this. Here's one of the biggest questions I see on all the podcast forums when people starting a podcast or doing music is what microphone should I do to get the best sound? My argument is you don't really need the best microphone. My argument is you need to treat your room, because I think any of these microphones, like I use a Shure SM7B, which is a really, really nice microphone, really expensive, not really, about $500, but that's not achievable for a lot of people who are just starting out. I'm also using this Rode, so my median is going to be this Rode NT USB microphone. It's a decent microphone, and I got it used for like $80. So, and I also want to test out different microphones, and I have a whole slew of different microphones. But basically, we want to just see if this works. And basically what I've done is I've bought some cheap moving blankets, which you can get at U-Haul, which is, I'm not sure if you have that in the US, but U-Haul here is you can rent a trailer or moving bus or whatever. And these are $10 a piece. So I bought 8 moving blankets, it's $80. I bought 4 pieces of 1x1, and I bought a blanket from Value Village, which brought me to about $85. So we're gonna, and I've got some clips and stuff that I have around the house. We're not gonna fasten anything except for the pieces of wood to the ceiling. Those are the permanent install pieces. So if you don't want to screw something to your ceiling, don't do it. There's other ways you can do it, but I don't mind. I can just fill the hole after and paint it, so it's not a big deal for me. But I really want to make my studio sound really, really nice, and I don't want to buy, really, really, $1,100 microphones and things like that. So this is a test to see if we can get a really great sounding podcast studio for less than $100. Let's do it. Stop is going to be here at U-Haul. The reason I come to U-Haul is for these blankets here. And apparently they're made of like recycled blue jeans or something. So they're about $10 a piece. And they're 8 feet. How big are they? 68 by 85. So it's about 8 feet by 4 feet. And so you can double these up or whatever. But I mean, $10 for that's pretty good. They're really good at sound absorbing because they're full-blown insulation. So I have 7 of these. That's like $70 plus the blanket, $80. Get a couple pieces of wood and let's see where we're at. I think that's, under $100 to soundproof a studio or a podcast studio would be a good deal. Let's see what it sounds like though. Okay, so keep it simple, trying to keep it under $100 and sound good. So I just buy these, I guess they're like 1.5 by 1.5 or 1x1s or whatever. About $3 a piece, that's about $10 for all 3 with the $70 worth of blankets. So we're about $80 and we'll see what it sounds like when we get to the studio. Alright, so we're in my basement and I just finished setting it all up. I just wanted to walk you through it because I didn't actually do a tutorial video. I just wanted to show you what it looks like itself. But as we walk in here, I don't know if you can see that. So this is the big giant blanket I bought at Value Village. It was $10. It was a really thick, heavy blanket. And so if you see, I've got that connected to that 1x1 up there, as well as up here. These are all connected to the 1x1 as well. So these are the moving blankets. So basically what's happening here is the sound is going to come through here. Inside that box there, that's the studio where we're sitting, is inside this little square. So it's going to come out, the sound's going to come out, hit this blanket, absorb, go back out through here, and hit that wall back down through, and it'll absorb here, and it'll absorb here. So you're getting that good sound. And you got in here the podcast studio again. So if you look in here, I just put some lights up in here that I had lying around from Amazon. So that's a little bit, obviously, the lecture. My podcast studio is super messy right now. I'm going to set it all up nicely. It's really ugly, but it really is effective. It sounds really, really, really good. So there you have it. It's not pretty, obviously, if you want to look around the studio here. It's just literally blankets around the whole thing. But what I've done is I've created, even outside the blankets here, there's another blanket like a foot away. So it's like absorb, 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 and then same thing on all sides. There's an extra blanket. And in the room over there, where the room gets longer and bigger down that way, I put that big comforter, which is the heavy blanket. So it's bouncing out, hitting the comforter, hitting the wall, bouncing back. So we are getting less reflection. It sounds a lot nicer in this room for sure. Check, 1, 2. Welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. And so when we're doing the podcast now, we should have less bleed off each other's mics from the bounce. So I think that sounds really good, and it costs $100 to do the whole thing. And for the extras, though, the lights and things I put up, that's not included in the price. That's going to be on you to do that. But if you want if you just had a room that was a square room, even with a hardwood floor, you could do this. You basically just put up a frame of blankets. That's all it is. And you don't have to fasten it to your ceiling. You can actually just use, what do you call those, like light stands with those you can get them on Amazon for like $100. You can buy a few of them and create like a little square around it. It's something I probably should have done. It would have been a lot easier. So the next thing we're gonna do is take a step, and we're gonna talk about microphones, and we're gonna bring up all the microphones that I have in this house, and we're gonna test them all in this room and tell you and see what sounds right. From like a $60 microphone to like a $750 microphone, right? And we're gonna see what it sounds like. So let's get to that. Okay, guys. So I've scoured my entire house. And over the years, I've collected a bunch of stuff that I'm never going to use again. Like this here, this is a CAD microphone. It's an overhead mic. For whatever reason, this microphone is like a diamond in the rough. It really, really made a difference when I was recording instruments, and it's just, I don't know, it must be 10 years old or older now. And so I'm going to test this room because this is a room mic. So it's going to really show you what the room sounds like, okay? I also found this super rusty Shure RS-25. If your microphone turns on with an on switch, it is not a professional microphone. So we're going to test this microphone as well. I'm also going to test this Sennheiser E945, which is a decent vocal mic for live use. It's probably one of the better ones, so I'm going to test that one. We're going to test the Rode NT USB, obviously, and we're going to test the Shure SM7B, which is kind of like the gold standard when it comes to podcasting or broadcast in general. And then I'm going to test my audio on my laptop, and I'm going to just A/B everything. Because what I want to do is show you guys exactly what a room does, regardless of the microphone you're using. Now, of course, there's going to be a disparage between the 57B and like the Shure RS-25, but let's find out what it is, okay? Let's do it. For every microphone, I'm going to try to do about 4 fingers from my mouth, so the same distance and everything, and then give you the A/B of it all. All right, so here's the Sennheiser. Hey guys, welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. My name is Josh, and today we're going to talk about microphones and tell you exactly what you should buy to make your podcast sound amazing. Hi guys, welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. My name is Josh, and today we're talking about what microphone you should use to make your podcast sound amazing. Hi guys, and welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. My name is Josh, and today we're going to talk to you about what mic you should be using to make your podcast sound amazing. All right, let's go over to the Shure. So the thing about these microphones is they need a cloud lifter, okay, or some kind of boost. I don't have a cloud lifter, so the reason that it's good that we treat the room is also because I need to pump it up on my interface to get me some good volume. So I'm going to boost it, and I'm going to about four inches away from how I normally podcast. Hi guys, welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. My name is Josh, and today we're talking about what mic you should be using to make your podcast sound amazing. Cool. Okay, so that's that last mic. Now we're going to step right into the Rode that we've been using so far, but what I would do normally when I'm podcasting, which is probably put it about here. Hi guys, welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. My name is Josh, and today we're talking about microphones for your podcast studio to make you sound amazing. So that's the Rode NT USB. And finally, here's the camera audio from my Canon M50. Hi guys, my name is Josh, and welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. Today we're talking to you about what microphone you should be using to make your podcast sound amazing. And I think that's it. And so now I'm going to record audio with the MacBook, but I have to shut everything down before I do that so you guys can actually hear, okay? So let's get that going. So, the beauty of using MacBooks during podcasting is that I have all these microphones, all these interfaces and everything. I have a USB microphone, I've got an interface, I've got a built-in microphone input on my MacBook. An aggregate device allows you to stack all those and use them in this DAW while you go. So right now, I'm going to use the MacBook audio, which is probably going to be the worst, but I want to hear what it sounds like in a treated room. Hi guys, my name is Josh, and welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. Today we're talking about what microphone you should be using to make your podcast sound amazing. So there you have it. That is all the microphones and tested in A/B format so you can hear what sounds the best. You make the decision. If it's going to be me, it's probably going to be the Rode NT USB, especially if I'm traveling, because it's really portable and easy to use and it sounds good. But I will always probably default to my Shure SM7B because it's the broadcast standard. It's a really, really good sounding microphone. You can't really beat it. It's just a beast of a microphone. So if you've got the ability to own a couple of these, I'd get these. But it depends too. Your voice could be different. You might have a more mid-tone range. You might have basically you got to test the microphone to match your voice. Not every microphone is going to work for every voice, just so you know. But the room is one of the most important things about your podcast studio. If you can treat your room and it sounds dead, you'll get a great sound no matter what mic you're using. So I hope that helps. Hey, thanks for watching the Dad Challenge Podcast, the YouTube channel, and I hope this helped you. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below. I'd love to answer them. I like to do things on the cheap. I'm frugal, but sound good. But if I had some money, I definitely would pimp this studio to make it look and sound amazing. But I just wanted to see what it sounds like. So maybe the next video we'll do that. So I hope this helped. And again, if you guys just subscribe, that would be awesome. That's just one thing you can do to help out. And you can head over to the Dad Challenge Podcast on iTunes, or you can check us out on Instagram at the Dad Challenge Podcast, or head us over to anchor.fm/the Dad Challenge Podcast. That's how you can listen to us. And we've got some cool stuff coming up in the future, and we're really excited about the future of the Dad Challenge Podcast. We're only 7 episodes in, and we're popping. We're having a good time, and we're doing really cool things about being a parent. So I hope you watch it, and I hope you watch our parodies. Check those out as well, and we will see you next time.